Hey, Cancer. I'm going to be doing a couples and a singles reading for you for spring. I'm going to try to do these seasonally. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate all comments and whatnot. We're just going to get right to it. I have to get this out of the way. This is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you, so only focus on what applies to you. Use your best judgment. No one can tell you what to do. So these are given as advice. You're the boss. So if you hang around to the end, I'm going to be pulling some love oracle cards and some timing cards. So if you have a question as to when something might happen, pick A, B, or C, and that'll be the answer for the timing. And then the love oracle cards, I'll just be pulling them. Those are cards that what the person that you're thinking about would say to you if they could. And for some reason, there's no communication, or they just can't get the words out, or whatever. So let's get into it. It's going to be the same format for both couples and singles. Couples will be over here, singles will be over there, and I'll go over it with you again when I go through it. But on both sides, this is the overall current, past, group, future 1, future 2, and possible final outcome. So there is, let's see, there is no gender in tarot. So if I say he or she, you can flip it. The book that I use, that I reference and everything, gives the face cards or the court cards, physical attributes, but anybody can change their hair or their eye color. I'll give them to you. If I remember, I'll give them to you, and we're going to go with the characteristics of the card. All right, so this is for spring, so it's going to be good for 4 to 6 weeks to about 3 months, something like that. The overall position we've got for the couples is the number 5 from the Major Arcana, the Hierophant. This card is having things behind a veil. This card is about traditions. It's about learning lessons. It's a teacher card, education, church leader, divine guidance. Could be someone with government. It's about structure, like society and approval, like society's approval. Learning lessons, wisdom, long-term commitment, contract. Look within with this card, and there's a reminder, don't go off path. So just no matter how hard it gets, stick with what you know. That's a spiritual message, so not everyone's going to know what that means. You're going to know if it feels right or not. This card in the overall position, pretty good. You're getting guidance from above or from your church, or someone's involved with the church. This is a card of enlightenment. So it's like serious spirituality is how I always take it. So there may be family influencing your relationship, and you don't have to be married, and just be in a relationship with someone. Marriage is really just a piece of paper anyway, but the reminder not to go off path to me is always something that jumps out, because a lot of the times we're not really sure what the hell we're doing, like if it's freaking worth it. So just keep that in mind if things start getting difficult. The next card is the current situation card. Now this is the Queen of Swords, or Swords. I said that for a reason. Oh, we've got the Queen of Swords here anyway. Yeah, that's really weird. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords were both on the singles and the couples. I just find that really odd. Coinkydink? I don't know. But the Queen of Wands, upside down, blonde hair, blue eyes, hazel eyes. Generally, this is an influencer. Could be a girl, could be a guy. We're just saying queen. Upside down, she's not so hot. So upside down, she's domineering, obstinate, which is stubborn, revengeful, will turn on you suddenly, unfaithful, generally just a crazy ass bitch. So currently you are dealing with someone who is this type person. It could be you. I don't know. You make the call. If you're, domineering and revengeful, and, it might be you, but it could be your partner. It could be someone you're dealing with that's interfering with your relationship with your partner. Could be someone's ex. So generally, it could be, you're going to know if the person that you're dating is, this way or not, and it could be, this is just the mood they're in right now. But generally with this card, this is someone you really don't, it's not fun to tango with them. So in a love reading, I'm not really looking at that as like a partner, unless this is someone you're splitting up with. But I don't see anybody splitting up. So if you're splitting up, you're going to know you're splitting up. But I don't see that in this reading at all. So I'm getting the feeling it's somebody that's interfering with your relationship. Is generally an ex. So someone who is very revengeful. So, and they may have some kind of platform, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And the next card we've got is the past. From the major arcana, it's number 11. Justice. It's upside down, so it means injustice, inequality, legal complications, and a reminder to use mercy when judging others. We really shouldn't be judging others anyway, but we kind of do. But there's a strong reminder to use mercy, because not everything is what it seems. Now, this could be you, your partner. You could be giving unfair treatment to your partner. Your partner could be giving unfair treatment to you. Someone could be being selfish. You're going to know. Excuse me. And that was in the past. So this is something that you just recently got over. Now, with the legal complications, this may actually mean an actual lawsuit. So there may be injustice and therefore a lawsuit, or there may be some injustice during the lawsuit. The next card is the group or work activity. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. Now this card I'm taking as a warning, because this is, group activities, anything. Could be family, could be work, could be sitting down at dinner, with your family, or a reunion, or work, or, anything with more than like 2-3 people. So the 5 of Pentacles is generally an in need or left out feeling or situation. So this is a warning. Possible unemployment, destitution, possible loss of home, loneliness, lovers unable to meet, But there will be affinities through troubles, through shared woes like AA or some other kind of group. It's the dark night of the soul. So that could mean, your emotional needs not getting met, or there's no communication. Someone's, ghosting you. Now, there is help if you ask for it. So, you know, if it's food or something like that, there's always resources for you. And if it's emotional, there's helplines everywhere, so reach out and get the help if you need it. And this may reference how others treat you. Now, it may or may not be warranted. People could be leaving you out in the cold. You could be leaving someone else out in the cold. The possible unemployment and the possible loss of home I take as warnings. So watch your spending, watch your finances, your money, your bills, things like that. Don't be too spendy. This card is future 1, future 2, and then possible final outcomes. So future 1, we've got the 4 of Swords. This is the Hermit's repose. This is just somebody resting, or they're not dead or anything. This is rest after war, so it's a reminder to rest often. Take a nap when you can. Sleep in when you can. Banishment. Now, this can be literal, or you could be an outcast among your community. Could be, being apart because of work. You're having to go to another town to work. That's sort of a banishment, but not really. I mean, it's a separation, basically. This card is no communication and lengthy separation. So not being able to talk to somebody for a while, that is a separation, and it can also make it worse. So I have a feeling it might have something to do with work. Like the work is interfering, or you have to go to work, so there is some separation because of work. The rest of the meanings are relax after anxiety. So whatever's got you upset, whatever the group influence, the dark night of the soul, and the it could just be, like I said, going to AA meetings and having a kinship there. And there's going to be healing. I have a feeling it has to do with that. Others are going to be helping you heal. There will be a change for the better soon. The answers are in your dreams. Always, your dreams do mean something. So I say keep a pen and a pad next to your bed and write down what you dreamt, right away. I forget as soon as I get out of bed, it's gone. So this card also references love and support, if only spiritual. So keep praying. If you're praying, keep asking for the things that you need. If that's what you're doing, if however whatever you're praying to, keep doing. You have the love and support, even if you can only feel it. So future 2, we've got the 2 of Wands. This is a crossroads. This is being in the talking stage. So after the no communication, or if there was no communication or separation from work, or whatever, now you're back to talking with your partner, making plans. The Two of Wands is contracts. Now, remember, the Hierophant was mentioning contracts also. So the Two of Wands is contracts, balance, making plans in relationships, boldness, courage to start new things, new projects, new business, whatever. Employing scientific methods, having influence over another, and generally kindness, generosity, yet a proud and unforgiving nature. So this is generally you or someone you're dealing with. You know, they're a solid person. It's just, they don't impress easy. You know what I mean? And the possible final outcome, we've got the Queen of Swords, brown hair, brown eyes. This is someone said to be divorced or soon to be, or an ex. This person is also an influencer. So you've got two influencers in your reading here. And the word influence was mentioned on this card also. So somebody might be heavy into, some kind of online platform, or maybe they're a performer, or they're in the public eye somehow. Maybe they have a high profile position. Anyway, the Queen of Swords could be you, could represent you. It could represent the way you're feeling and thinking. So it's someone in a high position. It's basically cutting out the bullshit. It is communication. It is balance. Now, balance was mentioned like, what, 3 times? I know it was mentioned another time, so maybe it was only mentioned twice, but balance. This person is subtle, keen, quick-witted. They could be a widow or a widower. Could be someone barren or no longer able to have children. This person could be mourning those who are far away. And that may tie into the separation. If work caused you to separate or just be physically apart, could be that. Like you're going to have to go through that just a little longer. This person is kind but firm, extremely observant, graceful, and fond of dance. And so dance jumped out at me, like might be someone who actually dances. So you or your partner, or if it's this queen, it could be someone you work with. I'm feeling like it's your state of mind. Everything's going to work out fine. Whatever happens, you will be okay. There aren't any arguments. I don't see any. It looks like someone's going to cause a little bit of interference, but it's not going to last that long. The inequality, the injustice is not going to last that long. So my advice is to just rest often and treat others the way you want to be treated. If there is someone who is very difficult to deal with, always try to take the high road. I know it's harder, it's easier said than done, but always try to take the high road, especially if you are dealing with an ex. You never know how crazy that ex is, So, let's see. We're going to go on to the singles. Over here, like I said, it's the same format. I'll mention them when I get to them. we've got the Four of Pentacles under the overall card position. Pups. I said pups, so somebody might have pups. Now, like I said, this is for singles. And you can either be in a relationship or just, looking for love. You're not seriously dating anybody, is what I'm saying. The Four of Pentacles is of or about the home, and there must be pups that have to do with it. Someone's got pups. The Four of Pentacles is generally holding back. That's either holding back money, info, holding back emotions. It's holding on to. Yeah, it could be holding on to your money. Could be either greed or protecting what's yours. Then you've got assured material gain, success, earthly powers only, but you will be successful, gifts, inheritance, possible miserly or an ungenerous type characters. That could be you, or it could be like a warning to not be miserly. The inheritance, I always say the person doesn't have to pass away to inherit something. Someone can stop driving and just gift you their car. It could be the same with furniture or whatever. You have, in the current position, the Eight of Swords, and it's right side up. So this card references repeated thoughts. It's like an imprisonment or jail. Could be emotional. Your repeated thoughts could have you emotionally jailed. You can't get out of the cycle of whatever is driving you nuts. It's restricted surroundings. Now, it could also be physically. Someone could be physically in jail or imprisoned in some other way. Rarely. To me, this is generally emotional. This card references feeling trapped, fear to move out of a situation, temporary illness, and betrayal. So you're up in your head about something, and if there was a betrayal, that would be enough to put you up in your head about it. But it could be the worry of betrayal. I don't really see anybody betraying. It could be the fear of the betrayal because it happened in the past. Because all the rest of the cards are pretty good. Anyway, moving on. This card references the past. We've got the Queen of Wands, blonde hair, blue eyes, hazel eyes, influencer. The Queen of Wands, right side up. That is the yes card. That is the wish card. So something worked out great in the past for you. This person inspires. They're determined, passionate, a true friend, knows what they want. They have a great power to attract. They're fruitful. They love nature and home. They're practical, make sound decisions, kind, generous. And it also references success in undertakings. And they are an influencer. So this could be you, or it could be someone that you knew or know or whatever. Someone that was a true friend, someone that inspired, or it could also have been your mindset. You were very inspirational. You were very passionate. This card references group activities, work. Queen of Swords, brown hair, brown eyes. Remember I said divorced or soon to be, or an ex, an influencer. So here you got two influencers, one in the past and one in your group. You've got the Queen of Swords could be you also. It's someone in a high position. It's cutting out the bullshit. It's communication, balance. This person is subtle, keen, quick-witted. They could be a widow or widower, barren or unable to have children. They could be mourning those far away. They're kind but firm, extremely observant, graceful, and fond of dance. So they could be mourning those that are far away because they're separated, because of work, something like that. Could be anything. But it's a good card. It's a good person. It's not somebody to be worried about. And it's a person that could help you, be a friend, could be you, could be your mindset. These cards, future 1, future 2, and possible final outcome. So future 1, we've got 5 of Swords, and it is upside down. Upside down, it references beware of pride. There's a chance of loss or defeat. Attending a funeral. So the inheritance may have something to do with a funeral. I wouldn't panic. I always say, tell the people you love that you love them, but don't panic. This card also references an empty victory. And it could be a coworker, could be any distant relative, somebody you went to school with. But an empty victory to me is, like, got your point across, but the person, somehow it was an empty victory because you may have won, but at the same time you lost, sorrow, weakness. So it's a warning. Doesn't mean it's set in stone. All of your future is not set in stone. Everything is up to you. So the chance of loss or defeat, it said beware of pride. So that, to me, I'm taking that as, don't be petty, about things. Don't be petty. Just leave that up to Tom, Richard, and Kyle, Don't be petty. Let things go, because your pride can get you into some trouble. Could also be like drag racing. Your pride is making you race that car, and you could win, but there was a wreck. That would be an empty victory. Something like that, it's just a warning. Future 2, we've got Page of Cups. He's right side up. She right side up. Light brown hair, hazel eyes, young. This is someone 25 years, 30 years old or younger, give or take. This is someone new. So you're going to be meeting somebody new. So those of you that are looking for new, you're going to be getting new. This card references forgiveness, an apology, an emotional message, a new emotional beginning, finding yourself. If this is a person, the person is going to be melancholy. They're going to be passionate. They're going to have an overactive imagination. And they're going to be of service to you in some way. It could be a coworker, could be a child, a neighbor, a nephew, niece, whatever. There's a reference to arts and meditation. So if you're into that, It's a very good card for that. If you're an artist, be prolific, put a lot out there. Meditate to calm down. This card references news, message. So it could be any kind of message. Birth of a child. New business methods. So things are looking up. Looks like you're going to be meeting someone new. Now they may end up being just a friend, or they could be, a partner. You could date them. They could just be, a coworker. You'll be meeting someone new. But the final possible outcome, we've got the Ace of Wands, and that's the yes card. So you had a yes card in the past, and you're going to be having a yes card in your future too. So this card references igniting something passionate, having a vision, the beginning of an enterprise, invention, family, journey, adventure, or an escapade. So you may be doing something with this new person that you're meeting. So you might be having a little bit of fun. So believe in your dreams. You got the yes card. So whatever you're wanting to do, the answer is yes. So the sky's the limit, especially for the singles here. You're going to be meeting somebody new, and you really didn't have any bad cards other than, the beware of pride. But that's up to you. Just, don't be an ass, You don't have to win everything. But if you have someone in mind, the couples and singles, if you have someone in mind and you're wondering what they're thinking or feeling, I'm pulling some love oracle cards that this is what they would say to you if they could. We've got, don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. So you might be dealing with someone who is not feeling worthy. So you might want to, I don't know, pump up their ego a little bit, make them feel a little better. They have hurt me. So apparently someone in the past has hurt them. Maybe they're still licking their wounds, trying to get over that. Hurt runs deep a lot. I don't know who I am anymore. So they might be having some kind of identity crisis. Maybe they're getting lost in their job. I can't promise you anything. They're feeling non-committal. Or they're just not feeling sure of themselves. I can't stop thinking about you. Well, at least they've got you on their mind. I'm afraid to lose you. All right. Well, if you've got someone you're not communicating with, or they're just not telling you enough, this could be some of the things that they're thinking. Okay. And then if you have a question that is related to timing, like when am I going to get that raise? When am I going to meet the one? Pick a pick a letter between A, B, and C, and that'll be the answer for your question. I'm going to try to do it slow enough so you don't have to pause, but can't promise anything. So if you picked A, the answer for A would be 18 April. If you picked B, the answer is 22 August. If you picked C, the answer is 37. Next week looks promising. Those are pretty good. So if you picked A, it's April 18. If you picked B, it's 22 August. And if you picked C, it's 37 next week looks promising. So I hope that was helpful. If you like the way I read, please click the like button. Consider subscribing. I would love it. If you would like to leave a comment, I would like that also. Let me know where you're from, what you do, anything. You know, you don't have to, but I would like it. Doesn't matter. Like I said, if you like the way I read, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a blessed day.